All right, guys, I'm covered in Mountain Dew. I just got done yelling at the camera about Deviant Drums Free. I'm going to bring it down a little bit, and I'm just going to talk to you about the features in Deviant Drums Free. I'm not really going to play it because you can just go get this and check it out for free and see if you like it. I do think it is probably the best drum virtual instrument on the market, but that's beside the point. That's it. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm going to go over the features. We're just going to get right into it. So this is the drum view right here. You still got quick controls right here. If you don't know what the quick controls are, it's pretty simple. You just hit a drum. You get the menu populated right here of where the controls are. If I bring the snare down and hit the kick, now got the quick controls for the kick. And if I hit snare again, it's down here. So I'll just set that back to default, and you'll see that, well, this is the snare. This is tom 5. It says tom 5 because in the full version there are 5 toms, but this only has 4 toms. So it starts with tom 2, actually. So just one of the quirks of having a free version. And by the way, this was lifted directly out of the full version. And so you're getting an actual fully fledged non-nerfed kit. Anyway, so those are the quick controls, and you have those for drums. We don't have those for cymbals. So this is the Pearl Session kit that comes with 4 toms, obviously, and a kick. And this is the Virtual Donati snare. And I chose this snare for you because I thought it would have the best utility for a free version. And there's various Zildjian and TRX cymbals. Shout out to TRX. They were fantastic. They lent us a bunch of cymbals so that we could make more value in the instrument, just add more value. So go and check their cymbals out because they're fantastic cymbals, and they couldn't be a better company, actually. So TRX cymbals. Some of these are TRX cymbals, some of these are Zildjian cymbals, but they are essentially the cymbals that I thought you would get the best value out of. For a free version, that is. Anyway, so let's go to the drum mixer. This is tune. This is your close mic. This is your overhead mic. This is your room mic. You have solo and mute for each microphone. It all gets summed to one channel output. This is your smash button. You've got the same smash button over here if you're using quick controls. And you can hear actually what that sounds like. I'll do it on the snare. Pretty clear difference. Gives you a little bit more power. A lot more power, actually. If you're wearing headphones, I'm sorry about that. But you definitely hear that. And so that's your smash button. These are your pan knobs. Obviously, it says pan right there. How could you miss that? This is your main fader right here. And this is mute, solo, default button. So if you moved some controls and you just want to not move those controls, or if you want to unmove those controls, then everything back to default. Handy. This is your hidden controls menu. If you click this label here. And so you have EQ, transient designer, reverb, and a frequency shifter that just kind of boosts your low mids if you're into that kind of thing. Can be helpful. If you have this smash button engaged, then you can use this trim knob from the EQ to drive the input of your smash button. That's something that I detailed in one of the videos. So this is a really cool extra hidden feature to get more aggression out of your drums. So that gives you even more value out of a free drum instrument. All right, so let's move on down. You can still output everything. One thing about having the free version is that I removed the automation. In this version, you can still output all your outputs to sequential outputs in your DAW, and you can affect things and automate things if you want that way. So that's up to you if you want to do that kind of thing. I also have many snapshots in here that are not populated on this computer because I'm not at home. Tom 1 won't do anything, obviously. 2, 3, 4, and 5 do Tom things. You have an EDM channel. It's still there. Just one EDM kick, one EDM snare. Have fun with those. Cymbals. You can click here, get cymbal menu. You can edit all your cymbals right here in terms of EQ, reverb, and tape saturation. Come over here and edit all your drums if you want. So if you want all your drums to have a lot more treble, bam, just happened. And you know it just happened because all these lights just turned on. And so if you go over to all these channels, then no, they all have the same. All right. Oh, shoot, this happened. Yeah. All right. Anyway, you can batch move controls. So if you want all your close mics down, you can do that. If you like your mix where it's at, but overall you just want to move it, everything close mic down, well, you can do that. And that's one of the great things about Deviant Drums, is that if you like where your mix is, but if you want it changed in relation to something else, well, then you can do that with faders, with close mics, with overhead mics, with room mics. If I want to set this all back to default, well, I can do that. All back to default. Or, hey, I could do that with faders too. F for fader default. Or all the controls back to default. That are all the drum-centric controls back to default. Okay. We still have master compressor and master EQ. These are exactly the same as the full version. This is the cymbal mixer. It looks a lot like the drum mixer, of course, because, you know, it does a lot of the same things. So, you know, you can still move everything in relation if you want by holding Alt and just moving things around. So, enjoy. All right, let's go to mapping. Mapping works the same as it does in the full version. This has not been altered or changed at all, with the exception of Tom 2, wherever it is, Tom 1 is just kind of, you know, you don't get to do anything with it. Just, so don't even try. Anyway, so other than that, everything is exactly the same. You can change your mapping around, you can save it, and then you could load it at a later date if you so desire. This is your mapping dropdown, so you can choose your mapping. I stay in the Chaos Tones mapping because that is what's comfortable for me. This is your velocity modifier page. Obviously, you don't have Tom 1 because you don't need that. If you want to batch move everything, well, then you can do that. Or you could just choose to modify the way your velocities interact with your playing style right here. All right, you still have all the key switches. So if you decide you want to make some mean noises, you can do that. If that's to your fancy. All right, and so here's the About page if you want to know more about it. It's not a whole bunch of information there. There are some quirks that you'll notice. Tom link, if you want a Tom link, that you have to go over here to do it. Anyway, that's about it for the free version. Go on and get over to chaostones.com. Check it out. I don't need to play it for you because you can just get this thing for free and enjoy. You will need Contact 8 in order to run this. In order for me to make this free, I had to make it available for Contact 8 and nothing below that. So get Contact 8, get Deviant Drums free. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you get Deviant Drums free and make sure you enjoy it. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.